We are here for WrestlingInc.com. I'm Andy Malnoske with the legendary, the Hall of Famer, Dominic Denucci. And Dominic, it's really great to have you here. And this is a great surprise for fans. Nobody really knew that you were going to be up here tonight.
Well, really, they told me only about a week ago. And I said, I will try to be available, and I am. And so I come in with Troy. And I'm glad I come back. Around Buffalo and Rochester and everywhere else. Okay, I like it too. Because I remember when I was a wrestler, it was very, very good. Around Buffalo, Rochester, and at the time, the people was always good. Okay. But I was good too at that time. I was young. Now I'm old, you know. It's a different deal, yeah.
Well, you look great. How old are you now?
About 106.
About 106. Well, you look great. But, of course, well known throughout your training days, training the likes of Mick Foley, Shane Douglas. Seeing those guys reach the heights that they did get to, how proud does that make you feel as a trainer?
Well, Shane Douglas and Mickey Foley was the two best I ever trained. Then something changed later, okay? But I was good to train because I got about 15 boys. And I was good what I was doing too in the wrestling. And I traveled everywhere in the world.
Right.
So the wrestling was good for me. But for 4 or 5 years, I trained in the gym, you know, and lost my job and everything else, you know. But I was very nice when I opened the school. I got the kids coming from London and Germany coming to train.
Everything, you know.
Of course, I was good.
Well, of course. And you know, you think about the Pittsburgh area, and you think about some of the greats of all time there. Certainly Bruno Sammartino comes to mind, yourself. What was it about the Pittsburgh area that really produced amazing talent and amazing performers?
Well, you know, we come from Italy. And we drink a lot of red wine there when we were young. That's why we're good.
You know, you mentioned the Pittsburgh area, and do you watch a lot of the product today in professional wrestling? I know a lot has changed, certainly in the last 30 years.
And I don't want to knock nobody. The wrestling is all different today, okay? Another time, I don't think they're going to be creating any more wrestling like that, like when I was wrestling, okay? And I spent 2 years in Australia, and then I was in Africa, the Middle East, and of course Japan was one of the good ones. I made a hit trip in Japan, but the wrestling was different. Today, I don't know, I don't want to knock them because the boys, they work hard, you know, because you train and you got hurt and everything else, but I'm much happy in my time, you know, now, okay? My time was good, very good, and I hope to stay that way.
Right.
Okay?
I know, and Dominic, you've trained so many, you know, past, present, future. I mean, really helping the business out. For you, what makes a good performer?
What make it different?
Yeah, or what makes a good performer?
When you teach the right thing.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't ask the boy, go ahead and do. I'm going to teach you first, and then you do it. And that's what Troy did, and Mickey Foley did, and that's why they come on the top all the time. And they're on the top, I'm on the bottom because I'm old.
Well, Dominic, just 2 quick questions, then we're all set. Mick Foley certainly going down as one of the greatest ever for what he did. The stories of him sleeping in the cars, you know, driving from Cortland State all the way down, and you helped him so much.
He was driving from where he was going to the school.
Cortland State, way up in upstate New York.
Yeah? Yes. And then he drove on a Friday night to come to Pittsburgh. And sometime I find him in front of the school asleep in the car. A lot of time. Because you want to. but also I have a responsibility for him because her mom and dad, they said to me, you take care of my boy. I said, I'll take care. I said, if he's bad, I'm going to kick his ass.
You know, looking forward and looking back on your career, what are you most proud of?
The wrestling? I don't want to say. I don't want to say. A lot of the boys work hard, very hard. But that's all they're doing, too much crazy things. And then they're crippled. They're going to be crippled the rest of their life. Like Mick Foley does the same thing, you know. They're 50 years old, 52 years old, and they're almost done. Because a lot of people they say, the wrestling is fake and things like that. When you work out in the gym to train, then you find out. A lot of the guys that come to the gym 1 week later never come back because they couldn't do what I wanted to do.
And obviously, guys like yourself, Bruno Sammartino, having long lives. I know the Pittsburgh connection's alive and well.
Oh, yeah.
Do you see Bruno often?
Once in a while we go for lunch or dinner or something. Yeah, I see him a lot of times. Him too said, well, my shoulder hurt, my back. What the hell? We're too old. What are you going to do?
Well, Dominic Denucci, the legendary Dominic Denucci here with WrestlingInc.com. Any final messages to the fans out there from Dominic Denucci?
And I hope someday I'm going to come in your town to see you. If this kid here put the wrestling, I'm going to be there. And probably I'll go in the ring just to visit.
Dominic, thank you so much.